Bitch,
I
I'm
love
dying
the ocean.
if I get stung in the fucking ocean by a fucking sea creature. And you're like, oh, it's just a sea creature that just bit the fuck out of me.
Well, no, but
Bro.
it was, first of all, jellyfish do it by accident. They're they're swimming. They're not attacking you. It's not like a fish going up to you and being like, oh, danger, bite you. Nah, like a jellyfish is minding his fucking business, swimming along, and just happened to graze my arm.
So you're like, well, because I'm in your fucking home, it's okay for you to sting me?
Nah, it wasn't on purpose. He kept it moving. It wasn't like he was trying to bite me because he felt threatened.
How you know it was a he and not a she?
Because the only thing that's going to be defensive without being threatened is a man. So, just kidding. Sorry, not kidding.
Shots fired.
Yeah, for real.
Sorry, the laptop is way over there. I don't want to do gunshots.
No, it's fine. It's okay. Relax, and the wine is flowing. But it was beautiful. We went snorkeling. Took my mom ziplining for the first time, and she was terrified in the trees. And then we got really high up. There was one of the platforms was like 150 feet up in the air, almost 200 feet up in the air. And we saw howler monkeys, which were like stalking us in the jungle for a little bit. And the guide was like, oh, well, sometimes you just hear them and they're really far away. And I was like, no, bro, this sounds like it's right above me. You got me fucked up.
Oh,
we get on the platform and my sister goes across and these two monkeys are walking over from one tree.
It was like
to
the monkeys
tree.
from Jumanji?
Yeah, not that big. Not that big. But they were yeah, they were like they were really pretty coats actually. They were pretty, but still it was like, all right, y'all are scary.
I ain't gonna hold you. Them motherfucking monkeys that
from
be
Jumanji,
but not even from Jumanji, bitch. Like when I went to Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, them motherfuckers you had to they told you everything had to be on you. Like don't carry a bag, because them little monkeys would walk by and snatch your motherfucking bag. So. Literally have a video.
Swiper, no swiping.
Literally, that has to be where that little monkey from Dora got his name, because the monkey Boots is that what is Swiper? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a monkey. Whatever.
No.
Foxes don't be swiping shit, but monkeys motherfucking do. And them motherfuckers over there in Asia really be like some shit. And it's crazy. So before we started talking, I know a lot of people now, and we're going to talk about COVID because Jesus Christ, I'm scared we're going to go back. But in terms of traveling, I'm going to Spain next month. I'm going to Cabo literally when we leave here.
Now.
I'm in Cabo now. And Mexico has been kind of a place where I think we all go and we all feel comfortable. But Spain, I'm talking with my homegirls because, of course, we're doing Barcelona and Ibiza, but... Ibiza, sorry, my bad. Ibiza, we going to Ibiza or whatever.
She be trying to be fake ignorant with me sometimes, and it be blowing mine. Because I'm like, sis, you've been to Malaysia, Singapore, you've been to all the places.
No,
come on now.
So what's crazy about us going to Spain? We're having this conversation because, of course, Ibiza is a party scene.
Yeah,
and we're 3 Black women.
Yes.
So the conversation now is, bro. We don't normally travel to places where we know it to be party and expensive.
Right.
Like, cause bro, when we was in Asia, bitch, I was popping bottles because we could get a bottle for $35 US in like Bangkok and all that shit. So we ain't need no niggas in motherfucking there. But as women with privilege, when we party, we're used to not paying for anything. And so now we're literally having to consider table and bottle service as a budget only because it's Europe and we know it's mostly gonna be white spaces. We don't know how we're going to be technically received and if anyone's even going to invite us to their tables.
Right.
And it's weird because I know when men travel, they put all of this into their budget. We normally don't have to.
Don't.
And this is the first time we're traveling where we're like, well, we know we want to have a good time. Right. And to be fair, we don't know how we're going to be treated as 3 Black women going to a predominantly white space where we also know it's going to be house music. Right. And when we all traveled in Asia together, people literally took pictures of us and called us Destiny's Child.
Listen, I know. That happened to me in Tokyo when I was on tour. I got hit with a Carrie Hilson vinyl in an Osaka train station.
Did you sign it?
No. I just took a picture. I felt bad. I was like, no, but I took a picture and just, gave the peace sign. But I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that because that would have been fraudulent. That would have been really bad.
Now that I think about it,
I had bangs at the time,
and that was the knock you down Carrie Hilson with the bangs.
It was with the bangs. We both had black bangs with the blonde and the
streak.
So
that was a time.
It was a time. It was a good time. It was a good time in music. But yeah, I remember that. I think for men, it's like trips are expensive because they got to spend all the money once they're there. For women, we spend all the money on everything prior to hair, nails, lashes.
Because
fits.
we are the bitches that are also gonna stack up in a fucking one hotel room because we already figured, listen, bitch, if you gonna go get dick, you can go get it in their room. Correct. You ain't bringing the juices to the sheets that we all have to lay on.
All of our costs are pre-trip. It's preparation for the trip.
I didn't even think of that.
And men, all of our part is to prep for the trip. Once we get there, though, the men take care of everything around us. Usually, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna hold you.
Random men that you might run into or random friends.
Oh, nah, girl. We go on Tinder and just swipe everyone black because they be Africans, bro. When you travel abroad and you swipe someone black on Tinder, bro, it be an African with a lick. That's how I met all the people in Asia. Seriously.
Hilarious.
Seriously, but crazy and true story.
Yes.
Singapore is one of the countries that are very, very difficult to get into.
Okay.
Specifically if you have an African passport, like Nigeria or any country in Africa, because they just assume, unfortunately, that your money is not legit. So it's one of those where they will ask for your bank statements and stuff at the airport and tell you can't come in. Like, you have to have valid reason to go into Singapore. So I studied abroad in Singapore for 6 months. And even in Singapore, you will get, I believe it's $1,000 fine for chewing gum. You can't eat on the subways. It's the most cleanest place I've ever been.
Yeah. Also, that's how I felt about Japan. Japan was clean as hell. There was mad people in the streets. The crosswalks are like, it's not even a crosswalk really. It's just stripes across the whole street. Like, it's just stripes.
But not only cleanliness, and
clean. Clean.
When our university gave us the tour, so mind you, it's a country island. So literally you can get to one side of the island to the other in 20 minutes.
Right. That's beautiful.
So we did the tour, we did the Merline, Marina Bay Sands, we did all of that. And literally our tour guide and one of the deans of the university were like, by the way, guys, there's no crime here, so don't worry about locking your doors. Don't worry about anything while you're here because there's zero crime. It's the lowest crime rate in the country, but it's also because they have really, really, really hefty fines if you go against, girl, you can't even bring sex toys. Bitch, I legit had to get a VPN to even watch porn. Porn is not allowed in Singapore. So I had to reroute my shit back to the U.S., bitch. I was like, hey, I gotta watch Netflix.
We are incredibly entitled. I mean, we had to get tested a bunch of different times. We had to get health insurance to be in Costa Rica, which isn't bad, to be honest. And Costa Rica is one of those places that it's a very small country. The whole country is the size of Virginia, the state of Virginia. So you can literally drive around it in a few hours.
But there's two Virginias.
There's a West Virginia and a Virginia.
Why was I about to say North and South, bitch? God damn it.
Well, because one is a little more southern than the other.
And that's
Truth be told, West Virginia actually feels way more southern than Virginia.
It's crazy because coming from the South,
way more redneck.
Y'all know
redneck energy in West Virginia.
I'm from the South, and I always consider Virginia a part of DMV, which to me was always North.
No,
but it is DMV.
No, but
DC, Maryland, Virginia.
The parts of I know, but there's certain parts of Virginia that are not really DMV.
No,
it's not the same.
Oh. Yeah. Well, if we're speaking about traveling right now,
yes. I do want to get back to what you said though, which I think is interesting, is that being a person of color when you travel. Those are things that we think about all the time, right? That we always think about countries that will be receptive to having Black people travel there, and that will still be kind and still be, which is awful, right? Because I think
is that not crazy?
It is crazy because I think about even my mother sometimes, as much of as a Black Lives Matter activist as she is. My mom wants all the smoke, by the way, with her own family. It's kind of wild. But even in her privilege, which she's acknowledged too sometimes, when thinking about places she would want to go with us, it's like we don't really have that much of an interest in going to obscure parts of Germany. Russia's not on the list. You know what I'm saying?
At all.
Those are not places that we would ever want to travel to.
At all.
There's nothing, and it's not because there's not beautiful landscape and beautiful culture. It's just not of interest. You know what I'm saying? It's not a place that we know we'll go and they'll be like, oh my God, Black Americans, great to see you. It's not.
I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't even realize the reserve because Asia was never on my list even of travels. Until I decided to study abroad. And I was so glad I got there because it is beautiful. Yeah. The culture is great. You get to learn so much. The food. Amazing. I mean, although they use fish sauce and shit and it just smelled like feet. And I'd be like, fuck, don't use no fucking fish sauce in my fucking shit. It fucking smells like fish and I'm eating chicken. What is going on?